Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing okay. Gonna read through pretty much the full article here. There's a link in the description. I'll start off by giving you an overview. This is in regards to the deaths of the two teenage girls that you see on the screen in front of you, as well as their father. So the girls' names are Adriana Gill and Marielle Gill, 17 and 16. To be honest, I'm not sure which one is which, Adriana and Marielle Gill. Their father, Manuel Gill, was also found. So, as I say, we'll give you a bit of an overview to begin with. This was in Washington State, in an area called Renton. And the bodies were discovered by the landlord. The three bodies were discovered, the two girls and the father. The day prior to the landlord discovering the body, the police arrived at the premises to do a welfare check, but if I understand correctly, the police failed to enter the apartment, so they walked away. The following day, the landlord did enter the apartment, and the landlord discovered the three bodies of the two girls and the father. It is believed that the girls died several days before the father died. And that's where we're at. That's where we're at. So this happened on December the 11th, more than 2 months ago, and the mother is at her wit's end. She was separated from the father, and the mother, whose name is Betsy Alvarado, is still searching for answers. She does not know how her two children, how her two girls died, or the father. She believes, she suspects that the father was involved in the deaths of the two girls, but she doesn't know. The police, the forensic, the medical examiners have not provided any conclusive details about the deaths of any of the three that died. So if we look through a little bit of the article, investigators believe the girls died days before their father and have ruled out carbon monoxide poisoning. There were no signs of visible trauma and no immediate indications of foul play. All three autopsies were inconclusive. So the medical examiner's office is performing further testing, but at this point in time, everyone's admitting, the police are admitting, the medical examiner's office are admitting that they don't have any conclusions to provide the mother and the remaining family at this point in time. So a lot of the article is telling us about the mother's frustrations in regards to the situation, and of course her sadness in regards to the loss of her two children. Betsy Alvarado is the mother's name, and she's convinced that the father had something to do with the girls' deaths, and she feels that it's related to the father's stringent religious beliefs. So he was a devout black Hebrew Israelite, and apparently he followed his religion very strictly, and I'm not sure if this is the right terminology. Let's go with it anyway. He enforced the religion onto the two girls, and the girls acted very much in accordance with the religion, Black Hebrew Israelitism. And the mother is unhappy about that. She feels that that has played its part in the deaths of all three, certainly of the two children. She complains that as she doesn't have a lot of money, she's not being able to fight for custody adequately. And the mother also says that whilst the two girls have been in the care of the father, they've both lost £50, which prompted the mother to contact Child Protective Services quite a while ago, last spring. Yet no action was taken effectively. No effective action was taken. In addition, the mother points out that the girls attended school sporadically, and we don't know if the school officials, the education authorities, adequately investigated. We don't know if they did or didn't, but I guess it's not looking like they did. So So as I say, the mother does have these high levels of frustration. She feels let down by the police. She feels the police didn't listen to her concerns when she raised them. She feels that she was ignored when she raised the issues to Child Protective Services. She feels let down by the school authority, and now she feels let down by the medical examiner's office, given that more than 2 months later she still doesn't know how her children died. And the police, as I say, admit to this. The police have said, look, we're down to things like toxicology. We don't have any clearer resolution than we had a month ago or even a couple of months ago at this point. There is not much to update the family on, which is a real shame. I'm not that familiar with how long autopsies take, how long it typically takes to identify the cause of death for people, and I'm sure it does vary from case to case. That would be to be expected, but they died December the 11th, or rather, their bodies were discovered December the 11th. We're now in early March, so yes, I feel for the mother's frustration here. So that's really that article. It's in regards to the tragic death of these two teenagers, 17 and 16, Adriana Gill and Marielle Gill, sisters. And also their father was found dead. We don't know his involvement, but at least the mother suspects that he was involved, perhaps due to his black Hebrew Israelite faith.